All right, everyone, welcome back to Four Sides of the Ring. It's Justin and Casey, and we're back to talk about the last week of, happenings in the WWE. We have 3 shows that happened this week. Saturday night's main event went off. We have SmackDown and Raw. That was this week, right?
Yes.
Yes, right? Oh, my goodness.
You're asking the wrong fucking guy. My brain was gone hours ago.
Anyway, let's start with...
This show's not going to end well.
Let's start with the Judgment Day this week. We had...
We're starting with the Judgment Day, or do you want to start with the fact that Cody came out and saved Jay on Saturday night, seeing as how Judgment Day happened on Monday?
That's fine. Let's start with the Judgment Day.
Right.
We'll get to Cody. we'll talk about some of that a little bit. But we'll get started with the Judgment Day, because that turned into... That's some interesting goings on Monday night. Liv Morgan's back. For those that didn't see, she made her return from her movie, and she made it just in time to catch Roxanne with, giving Dom nuggies again.
I think it's all a ploy.
And giving Dom a little shoulder rub. Well, the funny part about all this is Finn's reaction, because he's sitting in the background.
Oh, he's giddy as hell.
Yeah, giddy as hell.
That's why I think it's a ploy. I think Liv, Raquel, and Dom saw the Easter eggs from before and went and approached Roxanne themselves and said, "We're gonna mess with Finn more, and you're gonna help us." And sure as shit, now they're helping, because now, for some damn reason, Raquel's in the hot seat with Liv.
Yeah, see, that's the other going on that got interesting, is that, so Liv had her return match against Kairi Sane.
Right.
And then... that ended with Roxanne coming out to help, and Raquel getting all pissed at Roxanne, so it distracted Liv long enough for Liv to get pinned. And so Liv takes the loss, and she's pissed. And then backstage, which is weird because we lost some of the audio on the backstage segment.
Spanish didn't.
Did it?
It didn't.
But... it ends with, Liv throwing the blame at Raquel.
But they also didn't throw out any subtitles with the Spanish either, so you didn't know what they were saying. Because I saw the R end of it, and then scrolled a couple times in WWE Spanish, came across and played it, and it heard every fucking word she was saying.
Yeah, so, it's in English, she was saying something, but we missed a lot of it. But we did see the part where she tells Raquel, you were the veteran out there.
You are to blame.
And it's like, so she throws the...
I think it's all them just fucking with Finn, because you can clearly see how joyful he is about this right now. I think they are all messing with Finn to where it's going to turn badly on Finn. Because look at the fact, too, at the end of that night, what did Dom do for Finn? Threw the chair in the middle of the ring. Finn took the loss, but it didn't even show Dom going, yeah, "Oh my God, I didn't mean to do that." He was just gone. That's why I say they are fucking with Finn. And Finn tried to pull the same move Liv pulled with Finn before and lost, because Liv already read it. She already saw it coming and stopped it. They've already talked to Roxanne and told her, you're with us, but Finn isn't. And now Roxanne's playing Finn. That's my thought.
It does make sense. It does make sense. We could be seeing Finn losing his spot in the Judgment Day. But it's interesting. Interesting. I was kind of ticked that Liv lost on Monday.
Yeah.
That was a little pissed me off.
He was angry.
I was like,
Hey, I was happy. I got Mommy in the bank, so it's all good. It's all good.
well, as Liv said, she's getting her qualifying match. So I'm sure Liv will make her way into money in the
I'm
bank.
sure it's gonna pave that way.
We've still got 2 slots to fill, on both sides now. So I don't know who the 6th is going to be, but I'm sure Liv will take a spot.
Who's the 5th, none? 5th still open?
There's 2 spots. So
What about for the guys?
yeah, same.
2? El Grande Americano will be one of them. God, did you see the hit he took?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was surprised he was able to finish that
He
night.
got dropped.
That drop, he had to have been just perfectly angled to where he took it to the chest, and not to the neck. I don't know how he got out of that. Did split his head open real good.
Yeah, he took some shots in that match. So that match gave Penta his spot. So we've got Penta.
Oh, now it's definitely going to be El Grande Americano somehow, some way.
Penta, Knight, Solo, and who's the 4th on the men's side? Oh, Seth. Duh. On the men's side, yeah. So Seth, Finn, and Sammy had their qualifying match.
Yeah, knew Sammy wasn't getting it.
And that one was a pretty good fight.
Oh, another Seth Rollins screwing over Finn.
Which makes you wonder who's going to screw over Seth in the match.
Roman.
Are we going to get
Roman's
Roman
going to come
Reigns?
out. Well, a lot of
Bank?
people are wondering if it's going to be like how Brock Lesnar was. So I don't know if you ever looked it up or saw it. So Brock Lesnar loses his, I think he lost the title or lost the match to get the title at Money in the Bank, which was before the Money in the Bank match. Mm-hmm. So Brock just went and put himself in the match and got the briefcase and went and fucking got the title. And it was all official. So now people are saying that the moment Seth is about to get that briefcase, all of a sudden, here comes Roman Reigns to ruin his life.
Here comes
Which
Roman
I'm like,
Reigns.
that would be funny. But at the same time, I would see it being Punk more than Seth. But I don't even think Punk's had a qualifying match yet. So I think Punk's actually going to be a part of the match.
So we've got, Punk could still be in a qualifying match. Doesn't look like Cody will be in a Money in the Bank in that match.
Cody got other direction. He's just going to go after John.
Yeah, he's going straight after John. So we had the Jey Uso Logan Paul match the other night. the championship match, which was funny when he was. Who was he talking to when he said that? You know, this title's going home, and that title's going to be on the waist of a YouTuber. I think he was talking to Jay, wasn't he?
Who, John?
John, yeah. Wasn't he talking to Jay?
Because he was saying Jay was going to lose.
Yeah, because he's like...
At Saturday main event, and then Cody came out and stopped him from losing.
Well, yeah, because he's like, I'm going to make sure, you know, because I'm going to ruin...
He's going to ruin wrestling,
it.
so...
And then he came out, and interrupted the match. And that's when Cody made his return. And Cody
beat him.
Cody jumped out there and jumped John, and then Logan tried to smack Cody with the brass knuckles, but
nope.
Cody dodged it. And then Cody's like, you've got your teammate, I've got mine. I'll see you at Money in the Bank. You know, so there's a tag team now.
Tag team, John, Logan, voices. Cody
and Jay. Which puts, you know, Cody and John again. So that's going to be a good match. Be a heck of a match. It's going to be a heck of a match, actually. So we're actually, the way Money in the Bank's building up right now is we have got, because the women's side is looking like just straight fire. Like the ladies that are getting into that right now, and they still got, like we said, we've still got 2 spots.
Stephanie's going to be one.
Oh, that could be.
She's coming to Raw.
That could be very true. Stephanie
She just dropped her title, so she's coming.
She's coming, yeah. She dropped the title in NXT, so.
And then Julie will be the other.
Julia's already in.
Oh, then Liv will be the other.
So if
Liv's the only other option unless Bianca shows up or Jade somehow gets into it.
Well, you could get, Naomi's still around too.
But
so
they've been quiet.
They've been quiet, but maybe they'll get a match or something. I mean, I've not heard anything.
I only say Jade because she has issued interest in going after the WWE women's title with Tiffany.
Right.
But honestly, Liv has always made sure everyone knew that's hers and she's going to go after it. And then obviously Stephanie's the one that she's going to have everything to prove in the end.
Yeah, Stephanie,
and then she's coming up quick too. She's dropped that title, so she's...
Well, she'll be up and inserted
probably in the next
same way
week or
Julia and Roxanne have been inserted, you know? Like, those three are going to be making waves here.
She should be up in the next week or two. Enough time to get her spot.
Well, we've got a week till Money in the Bank, week from Saturday. So we've got 2 SmackDowns and a Raw to qualify, depending on how they do it.
Yeah.
So
now it just depends on who the men will be. There's too many to even question.
yeah, he's still got a lot of.
Well, look at the factors. You
space
got
for the
even
man.
Damien, you've got Drew, you've got
Well, a lot of people
CM Punk, you've got Logan, you've got
Karrion Kross.
Karrion, and I hope to God that's true because he deserves that push. And the way he is shouting out Logan.
Did you see his post today?
I think I heard about it, but I'm not 100% sure on whether it was today's.
Did you see Logan's post? Or
he's bitching about people bitching about his spots. Yeah,
like talking about people.
And then Karrion calls out, going, "We're not bitching about what you're doing.
Like
any one of us could have been you."
Well, that's what he's saying. He's like, we're not mad about you. Anyone could be you. This is about the fact that you're getting to do something that
They didn't.
we were told not to do,
Right.
as part of the company. And so, yeah, Carrion had a big post,
Carrion's gotten huge. And if they ignore it now, they would be dumb.
Well, and that's what he's saying, too, he's like, Logan still doesn't get it. Still doesn't get it. This isn't about Logan. This is about the fact that he's got a spot doing what they were told not to do.
Yep. But when they were told not to do it, that was Vince.
Yeah, that's
That
very
was
true.
Vince controlling, not TKO. But I'll tell you now, this is how you win that resolve. Triple threat match. You got Karrion Kross, Logan Paul, and someone else in the middle of that ring, Gunther. Karrion, Logan, Gunther, one ring for that fucking qualifying match. There you go.
But Carrion's got to get into
Gunther's already got his match, doesn't he?
that for Money in the Bank.
Yeah. No, for against Jay for the title.
Oh, he's got his title match.
He's got his titles match, so
that's
he
the
ain't
Raw
gonna.
after-
He won't be in the qualifier match though. He'll because he's already got his title match, so he ain't gonna be in any of the qualifications. So who does that leave?
It's like you said, there's still...
Solo got his, right?
Yeah, Solo's in.
Okay. That wouldn't be right though, because then Karrion wouldn't get his push. But Roman has a chance of coming and taking a qualification match. Jimmy, maybe. No, Jimmy already had a shot. He lost, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he was in one of the matches already.
Who could take a spot that would make sense? Karrion, Uncle Howdy? I don't know.
Yeah,
But people are missing the main point right now. It almost seems like they are drawing attention between Karrion and Logan to start a storyline. And it's not a natural storyline of WWE. It's a social media storyline of WWE, because look what got his popularity. He went, he cut a promo that wasn't real or wasn't planned. And then Logan's been only responding to him on social media, so it could be the first ever stem of a social media storyline. Which would be good. Well, no, it can't be Logan in a qualifying match because he's already at Money in the Bank for a
match.
Jake Paul. He'll be there against Karrion and some other guy, and Karrion will just annihilate Jake Paul. God, I wouldn't doubt it. Oh, he'd probably snap Jake Paul in half. Have you seen what he can do?
Mm-hmm.
That Karrion Kross is scary.
Yeah.
I watched him snap 3 bats in half at once. Fucking in a submission move. Ugh. I don't know. I hope they give him the push. He's earned it, and people are calling out that the fact that Scarlett was sitting on a ladder last round when he got his 40 seconds on TV with Sammy is an Easter egg that he's at least getting a qualification match.
Well, I think they'd be foolish not to put him in the ladder match.
They'd be dumb not to even give him a push.
And honestly, he makes a lot more sense to win the briefcase than a lot of people, he needs to have a push like that, which would be a lot people would like to see too.
People want to see him go up because he's made noise and people heard.
Making so much noise.
And people are agreeing with that noise too, especially with Logan. It's like a lot of people are questioning whether Logan should even be where he's at right now. But the reason I don't question it is Logan has that pure talent of he can sell tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something people don't understand is if you can sell tickets, they're going to put you up front because they want sold out shows. I don't know. We still got a lot going on right now that we can't guess. There are multiple women in the women's division that aren't even technically in view yet that could somehow pop up in the next 2 weeks. Mariah May is one of them. Even though people are like, oh, she's going back to AEW. Now her tweets they're deleted. They're gone. So she went and silenced dumbasses and then all of a sudden deleted her tweets basically. And all she said in her tweets was, I still have a job. That's it. I'm on vacation. I still have a job. That's what her tweet said. But she never specified where her job is.
Yeah.
And from a few of the places I follow that are usually right, they're stating she's signed with WWE now.
That she might be.
So she could pop up. Who knows? The men's division is just too far out of hand to know. I don't even know who you could pull up. There's too many. We know Drew won't be a part of it. He's out. He out on injury for a minute. Damien's still a possibility. But I think if Damien goes into it, he'll get screwed out of it by Finn. I mean, technically, Logan still could be a possibility, and he'd go for a two-match show. No one's... Well, Seth did it. No. Not. No, yeah. Yeah? No. That was the second night, so no. Seth did 2 matches in WrestleMania, just not on the same night. So that would be something. So I heard, though, is Money in the Bank still before SummerSlam? Because I heard they said it's after SummerSlam now.
No, Money in the Bank's next week.
Because someone I follow that watches wrestling said that Triple H made an announcement that Money in the Bank is after SummerSlam.
No, he announced that that the next Money in the Bank's in New Orleans. Money in the Bank is next week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, then they just were confused. Okay.
Because they took WrestleMania from New Orleans, but then they switched Money in the Bank next year's Money in the Bank to New Orleans.
And this year it's in LA, huh?
Yeah, they're in LA.
Let's go. So June 7th. Oof. That's going to be a good show still. We haven't even begun to play that game yet. I don't know, man. Like, there's just too much going on right now to guess on what's going on for Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah, there's a lot going on. So.
I can't even tell who might be the clear winners of Money in the Bank. You got Mommy, and I wish Mommy will, but let's speak of the birthday party. See that shit? Must have been just a very uncomfortable boat ride because all those girls hate each other.
Right? Yeah, they look like
because they don't have a fake, acting job where they play that they hate each other and then they're friends. It's all real. They all hate each other.
Yeah,
I would have loved to have been on that boat.
They didn't look like they were having fun at all.
God, they had everybody on that boat, even the girls that got released. That was insane to see. God damn. I don't think we got a bikini pic of Liv, though. Sorry, Justin.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I know.
We got Bianca, we got Tiffy, we got Natty, we got Mommy, we got Bailey, but none of Liv.
Liv was hiding from the camera. Oh, well. Her freaking get up in that match the other night. Holy crap.
That's a reuse, too.
Yeah, that thing's something else.
I'll tell you right now, I don't think Dom's leaving Liv. They've got too much fire between the two of them with their interactions. That's why I think this is a ploy. I think they got to Roxanne. They convinced her to be on their side because going with Finn would go nowhere. So I think Roxanne's about to side with Liv, Raquel, and Dom, and I guess Carlito. But I don't think Carlito knows a damn thing. But in the sense of she blamed Raquel, I don't think, like, I think Raquel, because Raquel didn't even react the way you would if you're getting blamed. She just, why would you blame me? You know what I'm saying? Where in reality, it's like, I think this was all just to show that Finn just thinks his plan's going accordingly, you know? So even Raquel's a part of it. Like, oh, you were the veteran out there. You're to blame. I mean, technically, Raquel is to blame, though, because if Raquel hadn't did her huff and puff, Liv wouldn't have been distracted. And Roxanne did the right thing. But I think it was all part of the plan. I think Liv gets her match, next week for a qualifier. I think she gets it. I think that's where we're going to find out. It's all part of the plan is because Raquel and Roxanne are going to work together and get her that win. And then Finn's going to be dumbfounded to the fact that he lost, but Liv wins. That's what I think.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess. I don't know what they're doing really, but
Cody, they're just lining it up to go to SummerSlam now. I think our thank God that was just that. I think our main event's going to be Cody and John now at SummerSlam.
I think Cody gets his title back.
Well, that's the only way it's going to go. Like I've always said, it's just leading to SummerSlam. Once they hit SummerSlam, John's losing that title. I'd be surprised. I'd be flabbergasted. I'd actually be lost for words if John kept the title clear up until he walks out. But people are trying to make claim that he's not walking, he's not leaving, he's dropping clues that he's staying. But he's been very forward. I'm done. I think this was just to make the SummerSlam PLE just that much bigger. And let's face it right here. If whoever wins that Money in the Bank briefcase goes into SummerSlam with that threat that, hey, I might just cash in on you today. Because that's a thought too. Tag team match, John gets knocked the fuck out and someone cashes in on him. That'd be fucking hilarious. Especially if it were Roman inducting himself into the match like Brock Lesnar did, taking the briefcase, coming down at the tag team main event, taking down John and pinning his ass.
That'd be funny.
Then it would be Roman versus Cody all over again at SummerSlam. Which, let's face it, that would be a killer match.
It'd be a killer match. I just think John's taking the title to SummerSlam.
I think it's all boiling to SummerSlam.
And I think it's going to be Cody and John. Because we're going to get the real Cody and John match at SummerSlam.
The last two people going into the men's match. You ready? Randy, R-Truth. The last two guys John fought are going to be one of the ones carrying that briefcase into that fucking SummerSlam to screw him over.
I think that match...
It'll still be Cody winning, But it'll be one of them coming down, and that's how John's going to get humbleized. Is one of them, namely, I think R-Truth will be the one, screws him over. Then Cody hits R-Truth with the Cody cutter, gets on top of John, pins him, and because John made his decision and slammed R-Truth through a table when he was rooting for John the whole fucking time, that's when he's gonna realize I was wrong. And the one person that actually believed in him cost him what he was gonna leave with, his belt. That would actually be a dope story. I don't think that'll happen, but I still think one of them could definitely be in the final ends of that qualification match, at least, which would be pretty crazy. There's just too much going on. Triple H is doing a very, very, very good job of confusing the shit out of us. Like, usually you have with it being a week away, you have that possibility of knowing this is what's going to happen. And right now, I could keep shooting out ideas on what's going to happen. I have no fucking clue. Isn't Jacob in it? Didn't Jacob Fatu win a qualification? No, he's supposed to be in one. I think he's in tomorrow's. I think that's what I heard. He's supposed to be in tomorrow's. Let me look that up. Think 2025, 20, not 22. Yeah, 20, 25. Yeah, there we go. '30th. Oh, Bianca's back tomorrow. Okay, qualifier. Andrade versus Jacob versus Carmelo. Tomorrow night. Qualifier. Jade, Nia, and Naomi. Tomorrow night. That's all I've got. Bianca. Then you got the John Cody segment. You got the Bianca Welcome Home segment. The 2 qualifier matches. I think Jade wins. That's what I think. I think Nia's past her point right now. I think it's going to be Jade.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Anything else happen on Raw?
On Raw?
Actually, anything else at all this week? Sol Ruka had a phenomenal match. We know that.
Yeah, Sol Ruka.
That was a very good match.
She pulled out all the stops.
Good Lord. She top rope soul killer.
Yeah.
That was an awesome match. Trick Williams?
Yeah, Trick Williams.
Trick. He's the new TNA
He got the TNA
championship. President of TNA was even at the match, watching it. So that's a top one. That's good. That was a fire match too. Anything else of interest? Tag team related? I know the Wyatt Sicks came back. Alexa's back.
Wyatt Sicks are back. Their return was awesome.
That's what I heard. Like right there, Ford was right there on that corner. And
well, because you already had chaos brewing, because like Candice LaRue joined
her
DIY.
Her husband.
Right.
Right.
And you had Motor City Machine Guns, and everyone was coming out, right? And yeah, Montez got up on the ropes. He was about to, do his leap.
Mm-hmm.
Lights go out.
They're here.
And then when they come back up, Wyatt Sicks are there, you know. So,
Which is only right because it was Bray Wyatt's birthday.
and then you know, Montez like, what? You know, like holy crap. And then the Wyatt Sicks proceeded to just kick the shit out of everybody. Like, Gargano got the Sister Abigail.
Right.
You know, everyone just got dropped. Like the whole like outside of the ring was just everyone. All the tag teams were just done. We just turned into chaos. And yeah, they did do the birthday cake for
Bray.
For Bray, yeah. And that was the end of the show, but it was a good return because it was just such chaos. It was awesome.
Oh, when did that happen? Yeah, Rey Mysterio has new chest tattoos that are very similar to his dad's.
Oh, that's funny.
These guys. Yeah, that was good. Alexa Bliss being back in the ring. She did pull a cameo promo though, because we've all heard the Queen bit from her before. If you don't remember, when she called out Charlotte years ago saying, who would want to be friends with you with a narcissistic bitch like you? But it's okay because you call yourself the queen. And she went and did it again. And people were like, people actually got mad at that. They were like, she just doesn't have new stuff. I was like, no, she was doing that out of fucking just arrogance. It was something that won years ago. And she went and pulled it again because so many people fucking are pissed with Charlotte right now, who had a dominant reaction on Friday when she came out to have her fucking words. She got booed out of the fucking building again, which is always going to happen. I don't think she's going to get her word in anytime soon. But I think what they're doing with her now is more natural. It's not forced. She's having to either win the trust of that crowd or win her spot in that match. And right now, that's better than what happened with Royal Rumble. She just got it because of who she was. So, I am much more happy with her doing what she's doing now than what they did with her at Royal Rumble.
Well, she's been inserted into storylines at this point where she lost her qualifying match. She's doing this stuff with Alexa Bliss and whatnot, as opposed to just coming out and winning.
Exactly.
You know, she took a big loss in that qualifying match. You know, that's a big deal for her. And now it's just going to turn around that she's just got to be in the storylines, you know.
Right.
She won't be.
So I'm much more appreciative of the way they're doing it now than the way they
which will bring her back around, you know. Crowds will soften on the fact that, because it's like you said, it pissed everyone off
that she just got it out.
She got the Royal Rumble like that.
Especially when we got a huge return like Alexa Bliss, which honestly, if she had won, no one would have been mad because it would have made sense.
It's just
where Charlotte comes out of nowhere and, oh, I'm just going to win.
I just get to win, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, it's going to be a lot better. She's going to have a lot more story build up.
It's going to be good. It's going to be definitely. Lyra and Becky's stuff. There are stipulations added to that championship match.
What'd they add?
So, Becky added these. So, if Becky loses, this is what I saw from what I could see, mind you. I still cannot log into Netflix right now. My TV doesn't like me. No, it's called. I've got to go through like 5 different verifications to get logged in. But so for what I saw, the stipulation for Becky, if she loses against Lyra Valkyrie, she can never challenge for that belt again. While I believe Lyra holds it. If Lyra loses, and this is what she said, the moment I lost that belt to you, meaning the NXT Women's Championship, she said, I did the gracious thing and held your hand up above your head. So if I win, Lyra has to go and raise Becky's hand above her head if she loses. So, I mean, granted, I don't think Lyra's going to lose, but...
No, I think Lyra retains.
I don't... it just doesn't make sense to go to Becky unless they're really pushing for Becky and some of those bigger, older names to get that Grand Slam championship under their belt again and get them gone. But other than that, I don't see Becky winning. It doesn't make sense. I think right now they just need to get more flame behind those belts, and that's what they're trying to do. Because look at what they're doing with the American title for the women's.
That needs to get back to
It's
Chelsea.
huge with Chelsea and Zelina, which will probably, by the end of next week, lead to them going to Money in the Bank and fighting again.
If they get another
that
match,
happens, Chelsea's walking out.
Chelsea wins.
Chelsea's walking out. Because nothing against Zelina. I love Zelina. I know a lot of people hate her, and it is what it is, but she came up in the diva era where it really was not about wrestling. It was just about being hot. She learned how to wrestle, and yeah, she fucked up. We know that. She kicked fucking Chelsea right in the fuck. Okay, Chelsea, don't buzz your head, please. Okay, I saw that video. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, she messed up, but what male or female wrestler out there can say they haven't fucked up? They've all fucked up. At this point, like I said, they weren't going to trade off at Saturday's main event.
No.
That show's just not big enough. Now we're at Monday.
But that's what I'm
or
saying.
Money. They're going to go again.
If they get that match, Chelsea
Chelsea's
gets
walking.
it back.
Because she put more cameras on that fucking belt than Zelina was. Nothing against Zelina. Again, she's doing plenty. But Chelsea she put more oomph. So this is just to kind of give it a story. Because, let's face it, this is really the first time that belt's had a feud.
Yeah. But,
so, yeah, Money in the Bank. I guarantee by the end of this week, Money in the Bank, it'll be Chelsea, Zelina. And that's where Zelina drops it. Because it means more. If she doesn't, it isn't... like, if it doesn't happen, it means they're pushing it to SummerSlam. Which would mean even more. The first PLE with 2 nights other than WrestleMania, it's a big deal.
I don't see that belt carrying to SummerSlam.
I don't either.
With
Zelina. At the point, too, they'd have to rush something this week on why Chelsea's getting her match. Which, let's face it, if Chelsea goes, she really kicked me in the face.
I mean, she's already demanding her... Well, no, that was for the qualifying match, but... she's not going to be in Money in the Bank, Chelsea.
Right.
This year. Which is sad.
She's got a fear of heights. She's probably happy.
Yeah, but that shit was entertaining last year.
Oh, God. Chelsea, that's what makes Chelsea great.
Like that.
That's what makes her great. Is she just goes up against her fears and still entertains the fuck out of you. And the fact that she took that drop. And it was a championship drop right there. She took it and she killed it. And it was awesome.
She's not in the match this year. So that leaves it open.
It does leave it open.
It leaves it open
That's
for
why
that
I
championship.
say by the end of the week, we can have a reason why they're going to be there.
We don't have...
Is it going to be rushed?
Do we have anything else that fills, because we only have the 2 ladder matches and the
two
tag
ladder
team.
match, the tag team. We've got the Intercontinental and Women's Championship match. The men's, I don't think is getting. Is Dom getting anything?
No, there's not
Yep.
anything.
So Dom's not getting anything. So
there's probably a 5th.
We've got a 5th match open. So I think the John Cena is the main event. That tag team's main. No, take that back. The ladder matches have always been the main events. So it'll probably start with the tag.
I thought they started with the women's last year.
Maybe the men's one I know main evented. But either way, so that still leaves one title open, or at least one match open. Actually, did you read that Triple H doesn't like the fucking briefcase?
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder if he's about to steer into what TNA used to do. So TNA has a championship belt called the X Division belt, or championship belt. So the original thing that the X Division championship belt was basically their briefcase in a bank, or their money in a bank briefcase. Mm-hmm. The only difference was people could challenge for that belt and take it and use it for themselves and go cash in on the championship match. And if you won the belt, you didn't have to go challenge for the championship belt. You can walk around with the X Division championship belt. So there were many different, it made it actually entertaining to where if Triple H decides to do something like that, that'd actually be cool. And with their partnership with TNA, I could see it happening, like TNA are cool with it. Because I don't even think their X Division belt does that anymore. But it was almost like a cash-in. You had to give up your belt, the X Division Championship belt, to cash in for that the TNA title. So you cashed it in, you lost your belt, there it goes, just like the briefcase, and now you get a title match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. It was entertaining. Which I'm like, if he's saying he don't like that belt, or like the briefcase, I think he's steering towards making almost a Money in the Bank championship belt, which would be even cooler, because then they're just carrying a belt, not a briefcase, which could do the same damage as a belt. What did you find?
All right, so last year's Money in the Bank opened with the men's.
All right.
And then we had Intercontinental Championship. We had the World Heavyweight Championship.
So it finished with.
Then we had the women's Money in the Bank, and the main event was a 6-man tag team. Cody, Randy, and Kevin against Solo's Bloodline.
Huh? All right. Well, I mean, it could go any which way.
So we still need to.
So the tag team's obviously going to be the main event.
So the tag team will probably be the main event.
The question is the men's going to start the show again, or are they going to start it with something else?
Honestly, the way the 2 matches are setting up, I think they should go with the men in the first again, because that women's match is going to outdo the men's match.
Well, look how it went, how it goes. If you start the show with a fire match, like a fucking just straight up fucking fire of a match, and the rest of the show sucks.
That's kind of my point. It's like if they start with the women's, and that women's match
gonna
is
blow
fire,
everything out.
And
we already know it's gonna blow it out because who's in it again?
We got Mommy, we got Julia, we got Roxanne, and we got oh shit, why Why am I drawing a blank on that? Hold on. Oh, Alexa Bliss. Duh.
So Bliss, yeah, so that's already a fire match right there. And if what we call, at least if what I call is right, it'll be Jade, and then Raw will show Stephanie in that next qualifier match. So next Monday, I wouldn't be surprised if Stephanie's in a qualifier match.
Yeah, but we're probably going to have Liv Morgan in the Money in the Bank match.
I think it'll be with Stephanie.
And then if...
And we've got a question. Will Stephanie or
maybe Stephanie and Jade or
or Stephanie and Liv get out of it? What happens? Like, because you're going to have two possible entanglements in one match. Liv and Stephanie in one match. And right now, everyone's deeming Stephanie's going to that Money in the Bank. But that also makes it wonder, is it like if she doesn't sign immediately Monday, walking in, it ain't gonna happen because she's not a part of the Raw. So I mean, it just leaves too many doors open right now. They got too many. They got too much. Shawn Michaels really called it. You can't call the women's division because it's too much.
Well, that's the thing is. So we had, what was the qualifying match tomorrow? Naomi, and Nia. And Nia.
Which
so that's a spot
could get interfered on by Jordan, because Jordan Grace is about to make her appearance on SmackDown. Coming to SmackDown, I don't know if it'll happen tomorrow, but imagine if that happens. She comes out and helps longtime friend Jade. Nope, Naomi. Sorry, and Naomi wins. Dude, sometimes I just blow my own brain away, because that could happen. Jordan can come in SmackDown tomorrow, interfere, take out Jade, take out Nia, and make it to where Naomi, her longtime TNA bestie, fucking wins. Ooh, that'd be good. Too much. There's just too much. Shawn Michaels said it best. You can't fucking call out a women's division like this because there is just too much talent. Too much raw talent.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, I agree, though. They should start with the men's division.
Well, they start with men's.
Just like they did last year. Then go into the other matches.
The two matches.
And then have the women's division.
The women's. And then but they've got to figure out one more match.
One more match, which will happen either tomorrow or Monday.
So hopefully,
if it's Zelina and Chelsea, it'll happen tomorrow.
So actually, that would make a lot of sense if it's that belt.
Yeah, it would.
Because it's got to be. Because if the tag team's the main event,
it's SmackDown.
Then they just need a mid card event.
And it's SmackDown's title.
Yeah.
That's the main event. So usually SmackDown goes with SmackDown and Raw goes with Raw. But right now, too, who knows? SmackDown Tag Team Championships could be thrown up in the air for a match in there. I don't think so, because they already got a tag team match going.
So.
But I think we're leaning closer to Zelina.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Zelina and Chelsea are the other match on that card. So
it would be the better choice, at least. It
actually makes a lot of sense to put that on there.
There's just too much. It's just, not too much. Like, this is too much. If too much goodness. If we're gonna put it out there, because you got too many raw talent that you just.
There's a lot of talent. Anyway, let's call it for tonight.
I'm good with that.
There was a lot going on. We've still got a week till Money in the Bank. A week and a couple days.
Yeah.
A couple shows. A few more qualifying matches.
We'll probably talk after. Well, we'll talk next week.
Next week, we should know who's all in the match.
We'll know the mains, and we can try and call the Money in the Bank match.
Qualifying matches should be done.
Specify that one. Try. By Wednesday, we should know everything.
Yeah, we should know.
If we don't, I'd be surprised that they're holding it clear to the last second.
Maybe there might be one more men's event to finish up, but the women's should be done.
We'll definitely see.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody, and we'll catch you on the next go-around.